Okay, so it's now 4:05. Good afternoon, everyone, and greetings on this grand day, this grand occasion. We're so excited for all of you all, especially our graduates. I am Dr. Lee Otis Parrish, Assistant Dean for Student Affairs in the College of Engineering, where we cultivate leaders who excel in academics, innovation, and research. On behalf of our Dean, Dr. Robin Coger, whom you'll hear from later in the program, our faculty, our staff, and over 2,000 of our College of Engineering students, welcome to our Spring 2021 College of Engineering graduation celebration. Each year, we host this event for our graduating class, undergraduates and graduate engineering and computer science students, normally on the eve of commencement. Today is no different, except obviously we're hosting it online. To our parents, our guardians, our siblings, relatives, friends, partners of the college, welcome. And most of all, again, to the graduating class of 2021, congratulations. You've reached a tremendous milestone, and we are so very proud of you all for doing this. Imagine the middle of a pandemic. You all have truly persevered, and so we are very proud of you. You complete your degree, and for that, we congratulate you for that. I want to thank you for allowing us, though, as faculty and staff and administrators, to share with you in this moment, this special moment, when you could obviously be doing a number of things with your family. Most of all, you're around the country or remote, but you've chosen to log on and be a part of this celebration. Also want to say to our mothers who are on the call, happy early Mother's Day to you all. Certainly well deserving of it. And so happy Mother's Day to you. And I hope your family, they treat you very nice this weekend and certainly beyond. Let's make this Mother's Day month. How about that? But congratulations and happy Mother's Day to everybody. A couple of quick reminders, notes. You'll see the agenda in a minute. We'll follow the agenda as printed. Students, you should have received a copy of the Oath of Engineering. We'll talk a little bit about that in just a second, but we want you to follow along with us as we get to that very important part of our program this evening. So if you've not downloaded, I encourage you to do that, but if not, we'll have a copy on the screen for you as well. So let's move to the agenda. If you put the slide of the agenda for us, please. So you see, we're going to follow the agenda as printed. We had our welcome and opening remarks by myself. Next, we'll have the honors recognition. Then we'll have remarks from our college chairs. So each of our department chairs will be giving remarks as they reflect on this semester and this year with our graduates. And then we'll have two student reflections. Students will come on, who are graduating. Kofani and Adia will come on and speak on their time at A&T and share some heartwarming stories of their memories of A&T. And then we'll have this very important part of the program this evening, and that is the induction to our initiates to the Order of the Engineer. And so certainly students, those who've ordered your rings, we want you to be prepared for that moment. Please feel free to get your cameras ready and take pictures of people on the Zoom screen. If we were doing it in person, we'd have a room full of people and we'd take pictures afterwards, but if we're doing it remotely, we will certainly make it work. But have your cameras ready for that portion, and certainly if you are there with your family, feel free to take pictures of this very important moment as well. Once we're done with the order of the Oath of Engineering,
take a picture of Khalid again.
we will move to the alumni support, and then we'll have closing remarks by our dean, Dr. Robin Coger. So let's move now to the next part, which is the honors recognition. So obviously on Sunday at commencement, of course, you all, those who earned the distinction of certain honors, you have your honors course now, hopefully by now, if not by now, you'll be able to pick those up on Sunday morning before the ceremony. But we each like to recognize each time our students who are graduating who've earned these distinctive honors. The first, obviously, is cum laude. That's graduating with a grade point average of 3.25 to 3.49. And so we want to certainly celebrate you all. Let's give them a round of applause and do it virtually. Congratulations to all of you who are in that range. And then we have the next category, which is magna cum laude. Those are the students who've earned a GPA between 3.5 to 3.74. So congratulations to all of you all as well. Let's give them a round of applause, please. And then lastly, certainly not least, the highest honor is the summa cum laude, and that's 3.75 to 4.0 GPA. And so one more round of applause for them, if you would, please. Thank you all very much. Certainly, kudos and just congratulations to all of our graduates, but particularly those who earned the distinction of one of those three categories. So next, without further ado, we're going to now begin with hearing remarks from our college chairs. And we're going to begin with Dr. Paul Stanfield, who is the chair of the Industrial and Systems Engineering Department. Dr. Stanfield.
Well done, College of Engineering class of 2021. My name is Paul Stanfield on behalf of the Department of Industrial and System Engineering. We say congratulations to you all. We offer special acknowledgement to the Industrial System Engineering BS, MS, and PhD graduates. You make up one of our largest and most accomplished classes in many years. You're now ready to embark upon a career that provides you variety, demand, financial reward, and personal satisfaction. I want to remind you that industrial and system engineers, you're lit. You are leaders, people who in every circumstance can push things in a positive direction. You're integrators, systems thinkers who understand the big picture. And you're transformers, people that can make a positive difference in your own life, in the life of those you have a relationship with, and your communities. So a quick story. I had a friend who told me when they were leaving Atlanta, on the way back to Greensboro, they were driving down the road and they saw a sign that said Alabama in 10 miles. I made the pretty obvious response. I said, you go in the opposite direction. They said, yeah, but we're making really good time. As leaders, for all graduates in the College of Engineering, I want to encourage you to think about two things. In a car, you have a compass as well as a speedometer, something that sets direction as well as speed. When you set your personal vision for your career, vision's made up of three components. You want to set direction, and you want to align to that, and then you want to commit to your success. So as you grow as leaders, always think about, well, I've got to grow in terms of becoming engaged individually to be able to influence others around you and have an impact in your community and in your organization. But also remember, there's also the direction of character. So make sure you're always doing that in the right way. I'll say that don't expect that this last year has been exactly the way you envisioned. And so we grieve with you in that, but we also celebrate and acknowledge the resilience and the persistence that you've shown. For those of you that are going to miss A&P, I'll invite you to come back. Consider a graduate degree for the next degree level in the College of Engineering. We have MS and PhD programs. We have online opportunities. We have 1-year opportunities and a new MS Plus. For anybody in the College of Engineering, a degree in Industrial System Engineering provides the opportunity to take your technical skills and make them more professionally applicable with things like Lean Six Sigma, project management, entrepreneurship, and systems engineering. Anyhow, I want to let you know that A&T is a better place because you were here. And so we want to encourage you as you go out, represent us well, represent that Aggie pride wherever you go, and be safe. Congratulations again. Next up will be Dr. Parrish from the Department of Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. Thanks.
Good afternoon again, everyone. And as Dr. Stanfield said, actually we're two hats this semester. So the Assistant Dean for Student Affairs as well as Interim Department Chair for Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering. I want to say again, congratulations to all of our graduates, but in particular, those students in the Civil, Architectural, and Environmental Engineering Department. I've gotten to know a lot of you all a little bit better, a little closer into being in the department this semester and getting all your emails and trying to help you address your challenges. And I think we've had a good year. And so I'm very fortunate and blessed to have been a part of that. But I want to say again, congratulations to all of you all. You heard me say at the beginning on the outset that our vision for the college is that we cultivate leaders who excel in academics innovation, and research. Yes, you are a leader. You see, leadership is simply, when you boil it all down, is really about influence. Now, that could be good or bad, obviously, right? But it's about influence. And because you're a leader, you may not necessarily have a title, but you have influence. Okay. Effective leaders learn from their experiences and they continue to improve. So I'd like to begin my brief remarks by asking our graduates a series of questions. We realize that, of course, we're in the middle of a pandemic, but hopefully we're approaching the end very soon. My first question to you is, graduates, is what did you learn as you've gone through this last year? What did you learn about yourself, about others, about the world? What about your strengths, your weaknesses? What were the high points of this last year? What were the low points of this last year? What were, or what are, excuse me, your takeaways from this experience you've had this last year? And what will be the takeaways that you have with your beloved alma mater as you think about the friendships you gained, the acquaintances, the people you met, the rapport that you hopefully build with your faculty members and staff and administration across campus? The reason I ask these questions is because often as leaders, we don't slow down enough to reflect, to perhaps reflect on the day and the week, the month, the quarter, the year. I'm sure that most of you all, when you reflect on your time here at A&T, you'll quickly agree and say, where did all the time go? 4 years have gone by so fast, or perhaps maybe it's 5 years. Some instances, maybe it's 6. But wherever it may be, time goes by fast and waits for no one. Effective leaders learn from their experiences and they continue to improve. Often, the substantial learning occurs when we reflect on our experience, when we look back instead of always looking ahead. Yes, the world has changed, and we all agree that it will never be the same. But yet, you as graduates, you persevered. And so, as I've said in December, and I've said in the spring commencement as well, when tough times come, I want you to remember and reflect on this time, this year, this semester, your time at A&T. If I made it through a pandemic, certainly I can make it through this. It's just a matter of just developing a strategy, having goals, and having discipline to stick to those goals. So lastly, I want to challenge each of you graduates. If you haven't done this already, over the next 2 or 3 days, I want you to take about 15, 20 minutes and perhaps grab your most favorite book or your journal if you have one, and entitle it My Reflection of A&T. And just jot down some things that you learned along the way that you want to take into this next stage of your career. Some lessons learned as a student, as you watched others grow and as you grew, as you interacted with your faculty members and staff and administrators. That's a rich learning experience. And so don't lose that. Write that down. And last, again, I also want to encourage you to thank your support system. We talked about Mother's Day. We can never thank moms enough, and those who serve in the capacity of mothers. Thank your dads, your siblings, your relatives, your friends, and those who helped you along this journey, because truly it's been a journey. I'm sure you all would agree. But it doesn't end. Commencement is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And so you're about to begin in the next stage of your career. And so with that, I want to say again, congratulations to all of you. You've earned it. Celebrate. Job well done. Thank you. We'll now have our next speaker, which is Dr. Nisley from Chemical, Biological, and Bioengineering.
Thanks very much, Lee. There were so many things so well said. Thank you so much for what you said, Dr. Parrish. It's a pleasure for me. I'm Steve Nisley. I'm the chair of Chemical Biological. For me to be here and to be able to speak with the graduates and with their families. It's a really special time, of course, for you. It's special for me. It's special for all of us at the university when our seniors finish the rigors of their academic programs and, pass this marvelous part of their life and this milestone in their career. And I want to congratulate all of you students for having accomplished that at this point in your lives. There are a couple of comments I want to make. One of the things I know that's special and different about this year has been very, very different because of the pandemic, right? If you look around and watch the news and look at the world, so many things changed and stopped. A lot of things just did not happen over the last year, but not you. The students persisted. The students and the university too. We found a way. We were able to operate, and you were able to complete your coursework and your assignments and your picks, and for that you are really to be congratulated. And I would furthermore say, I believe that you, the students of this class, are part of the best generation of people, of all people, because of the fact that you have been able to persist and continue and succeed under these very stressful, difficult times, under a situation that hasn't happened before for 100 years. So it's really something special, especially for you. Think of that as I hope you think of that as a way to understand your own abilities and your own confidence going forward, and your ability to approach problems and overcome obstacles and difficulties and succeed with anything that might come in front of you in the future. There are a couple specific wishes that I have for graduates that I just want to mention briefly. One is I think many of you have identified people that you admire, people who've been able to accomplish things that you would like to accomplish, colleagues, members, and other students who are very able. What I wish for you in the future is that you have more and many colleagues that are of that type, of people who can accomplish things that you want to accomplish, people who are highly able. I wish you wonderful colleagues for your future. There's another angle to that. When you're around people who can accomplish difficult, challenging things, you yourself will learn how and be able to accomplish. You become a little bit like them. So I hope you find, and I hope you become like those people you have identified that you admire. Another wish I have for you is to make really good decisions. I've lived long enough to look back and think about certain decisions I made in my life. Maybe it'll apply. There are a relatively small number of very significant decisions that people make that have a lasting impact. Like, for example, you decided to study engineering. That's going to have a lasting impact on your life. Relatively few decisions people make that have a big impact. So what I hope for you is that when you realize that when one has that type of decision that will have a long-lasting impact, and talk to your loved ones, your family, friends, get some help making good decisions. Nothing wrong with asking for help on decisions. You want to make really good decisions when it matters going forward. Another thing I wish for you are challenges, things that you will find in your work, in your job, in your environment, with your friends and family and co-workers, challenges that are problems that you are going to be solving. Might be something you get assigned to do, might be something you choose to do. Challenges, things you really believe in, things you understand the value of the solution that you're going to produce. Those kinds of challenges are what stimulate people to have great lives. They stimulate people to keep focused on things, even working late at night sometimes, getting up early in the morning sometimes. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. There was a quotation by Benjamin Franklin that says, "You will find the key to success under the alarm clock." It's true. Being motivated and having great challenge big influence on your future success. I wish you great passion in the things you do. It's like challenges, but things that you really look at as highly valuable, that you really want to do, and that will help you succeed in challenges that you take that you take on. And the last thing I want to mention is I wish you joy in life. I hope you enjoy so many things in life. You enjoy the people you admire, enjoy your loved ones, enjoy your work and your challenges. And as for right now, I hope you all enjoy the commencement ceremony. All you moms out there, I hope you enjoy your Mother's Day. So with that, I just offer congratulations to all of the graduates from engineering this year. I'll pass the mic, so to speak, over to our next chair, who is Dorothy Yan.
Thank you, Dr. Nicely and Dr. Parrish and Dr. Stanfield for your wonderful remarks. I'm Dorothy Yuan, the chair of the Computer Science Department. So on behalf of the Computer Science Department, I would like to offer congratulations to the graduating class of 2021 and also extend a very warm welcome to all the family and the friends who are attending this graduation ceremony. So congratulations on reaching this very, very important milestone in your path to success. We know your journey does not stop here. So especially in a world where technological breakthroughs are constantly reaching new heights. So please continue setting goals in your life that lead you down the path to success. And I would like you to continue building your professional network and mastering the skills of teamwork. Please continue to maintain a positive attitude. A positive attitude allows you to be more open and resilient in the face of life's day-to-day challenges, like what we have experienced in the past year. So please continue to be creative and innovative in the work you engage in, and continue to persevere and also keep your integrity. So I also hope you will never forget your time here at A&T. I hope you will cherish the fond memories and friends that you have made over these years here. And from now on, you will become an ambassador for NC-A&T and the College of Engineering. So again, congratulations on your great achievement. And I wish you the best in the wonderful career you have chosen. And next, Dr. Marwan Bigdash, the chair of the Computational Data Science and Engineering Department, will give his remarks.
Thank you very much, Dorothy, for your kind introduction. And thank you, Dr. Nicely, for a very good collection of advice to our graduate students. I want to say that I am very happy, so happy to be here to congratulate each and every one of you and your family and your loved ones who I'm sure are here and looking with great pride at you. I remember when I got my PhD degree, my mother cried for the whole ceremony, and that was 2 hours long. So your being here is a great testament to your determination and your perseverance. I think from now on and to the rest of your life, you can say even a global pandemic did not stop me from getting a degree in engineering at A&T. This is a great achievement, and I am sure that you will go on and achieve more like Aggies do. I am so proud of all of you. You're especially our own graduate in computational data science and engineering. Your computational skills, your data science skills, coding skills, and your ability to understand complex systems, to model them, visualize them, optimize them, and so forth. These skills will stay with you for a very long time and will always help you and propel you on your career. So I want to say congratulations again to you and your parents. And you will always have a home in computational data science engineering and in the college and in the university. So we always hope to see you again, whether as graduate students or as visitors, alumni, and to really see you again and celebrate your newest achievements and accomplishments. And now I would like to introduce Dr. Abdullah Ruglu, who is the chair of electrical and computer engineering.
Thank you, Dr. Miktash. I'd like to greet all the students and parents who are virtually here today. I'm Dr. Eroğlu, the department chair for the electrical and computer engineering. So I would like to address students first. Students, you completed an important milestone in your life. You did graduate one of the prestigious and rigorous programs in the country. And being able to accomplish this during this challenging time requires an outstanding effort. And I would like you to remember how basically you did this. So you did actually think like an engineer. You did this because you are an engineer. You did identify the constraints you have, the solution methods to be successful, and implementation of the solution method that actually you planned. Since you are here today, that means your solution and implementation methods worked. So this is something also you need to remember in your careers after graduation today. When there is a challenge, there is no need to panic. Just do what you did here. Formulate the problem, identify your constraints, solution and implementation methods. Doing this will help you overcome challenging tasks you might face throughout your careers and also in your life. Think like an engineer. Also, it is important to always have ethics and integrity in whatever you do and whatever your job is. Your work ethics and integrity shape who you are. You will be decision makers, and it is utmost important to make these decisions with integrity and ethics. I wish all of you success for the next step in your life. Please do remember us and keep in touch. So congratulations again. We are very, very proud of you. And I'd like to now call Dr. Kizito for Department Chair of Mechanical Engineering. Thank you again.
All right. Thank you so much. Everyone who has gone before me. I am here. My name is John Kizito. I'm representing Dr. Ferguson, the chair of Mechanical Engineering Department. In less than 27 hours, Chancellor Martin will bestow upon each of you a degree with rights and privileges deserving of your bachelor's, master's, or PhD in your program. Congratulations to you for your success in your respective programs. Great job and well done. I also congratulate your mother, your father, your grandparents, your uncles and aunties, your sisters, significant others, your children, and I welcome each one of you as speakers before me. I've welcomed you to this graduation celebration. Whether it took you 4 years, plus or minus 1 year, it doesn't matter. You have finished. You have crossed the line with pride. May I say, Agi pride? Whereas we have not been able to congratulate each of you with a handshake or face-to-face. I know these are painful times because of COVID, but we thank the Lord for that you are well and safe and spending quality time with your favorite people. Take a moment now, turn around hug them, thank them, because these were your supporters and cheerers while you were at A&T. I'll wait for you to give them a hug and thank them and high five. All right. Thank you. Thank you, parents. Thank you, mom. Thank you, dad. You are our heroes. So the encouragement came in many forms. At times you needed a push. At times you needed a financial boost. At times you had given up and you needed to be carried. Yes, at times you needed a jump start. Just like your car at times needs a jump start when the battery is dead. We as faculty in mechanical engineering, we have provided you the fundamental knowledge in engineering, skills for doing your work. Hopefully we have made an impact on your habits, on your altitudes, and we have prepared you to compete. Going forward with your attitudes for work and your attitudes towards work, and your colleagues will quickly drown out your knowledge and skills if you let it. Your attitude will determine your altitude. Now I would like to quote my famous TV star, the Jeffersons. We are moving on up just to get that hill. We're now up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. Well, I hope most of you have registered with Career Placement Services. They do a great job. Others, please see me. We have numerous positions in the mechanical engineering graduate program, both for master's and PhD. For others, I safely assume you have an offer at hand. You will do well. We have prepared you to compete, of course, to make more money. Your success will be our success. We are always going to be excited for you when you do good. Please let us know via email or at GHO. Now you have earned the right to go to GHO because you are no longer students. GHO is for alumni. We're excited about that. At this time, you can't imagine the opportunities that will be presented to you now or in the future. You can't predict what will happen in 10 or 20 years. Rather, keep shaping your skills, keep sharpening your skills, keep in touch with your professors. As others have said, build a network of mentors and coaches, and most of all, stay focused. Starting tomorrow, you enter in a world of infinite possibilities. At times it may be confusing, at times contradicting, but as an engineer, once you remain focused, the best opportunities will reveal itself. Now grab it. Do not forget your alma mater. Come back and pull up those who are behind you. We do good when you do good. We'll always be proud of you wherever you are or wherever you end up. Now for graduating students, I can't skip this chance to give you a take-home quiz. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Will you be my hero? Will you continue to quest for new knowledge? Will you continue to be on time and work hard? Will you continue to be ethical and reliable? Will you continue to be on the light side or the dark side? Now, as you go, please work hard, play hard, enjoy life. Do it quickly and continue to win because you are all winners. Congratulations. And now I would like to invite students, two students in the College of Engineering, Kalfani Matuka from the Civil Engineering and Adia Smith from Mechanical Engineering. Now, Kalfani, you are up next.
Thank you, Doctor. I only have 3 minutes, so let's get right into it. Enrolling at North Carolina A&T is easily the greatest decision I made during my teenage years. As a 17-year-old tasked with deciding where I should spend my next 4 years in order to set up the 4 years after my next 4 years, I was clueless, except for the fact that I have a sister who had just previously accomplished the first 4 years of her journey in only 3 years at the illustrious North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. It became obvious A&T was the place for me. However, NCAT was 600 miles away from my home in Champaign, Illinois, and I knew absolutely no one. It was this type of adversity, the type of adversity almost every freshman has to face that quickly dissipates once you're welcome into Aggie land. And in my case, it was North Carolina A&T's College of Engineering that welcomed me with open arms and a passion for excellence and high achievement. Every day since my first day, I was made to feel comfortable and supported, loved and cherished, while at the same time being challenged and pushed to be the best that I can be by the most incredible staff and administration known to mankind. Allow me to hand out a few virtual roses. Dr. Alfred, thank you for showing me the world through our Gelb trips. Dean Koger, thank you for leading the college and continuing to push it to better heights. Miss Ava, thank you for giving me so many opportunities to lead. And there are so many others I wish I had more time to speak to. But please believe your efforts, willingness, and care have not gone unnoticed. To the upperclassmen of the past that mentored, assisted, and pushed my class to continue to uphold the legacy of A&T's engineering, providing a support network far-reaching beyond the gaze of my sight. To know I can depend on and call an alumni base that holds dear to our mantra of Aggie Pride. And to now realize that I too am a part of that alumni base. I am so honored. I'd like to leave and close with the following thought. I once asked my father what the secret of success was. He quickly said, I have no idea. But the best answer he had heard up to that point was 3 P's, Big's work. He said, son, if you want to be successful in any endeavor, you have to have 3 P's, Big's work. 3 P's. To be successful, you must have passion, persistence, and push. More so to be successful, you must be able to focus on ideas that are good, and you'll know they're good. They are service to others. And most importantly, to be successful, you must be willing to work. This is held true in my life, and I want to thank A&T for inflaming my passion, challenging my persistence, pushing me in all the right directions, while helping me focus on the great idea of being a service to others as an engineer. More so, I appreciate your willingness to help me embrace the work. I will forever be in your debt. Thank you. Now we'll hear from Adia Smith, Mechanical Engineering. Adia.
Thank you. As my time as an undergraduate at A&T comes to an end, I will say that selecting A&T was one of the best decisions of my life. My journey has been nothing less than amazing. Yes, there's been some sleepless nights, calls to my mom telling her that I needed a semester off, but I pushed through for my grandmother who is watching over me. The home program provided the foundation for my success, and the guidance from my home mentors, Jasmine, Christian, Billy, Bryce, and Maya, and the support from Ms. Ava was invaluable. My interest in A&T began after a college fair in Maryland sponsored by the university, followed by a college tour during spring break in my junior year, and finally, Ms. Kennedy coordinated a visit to the mechanical engineering department for me. A&T felt like home for me, and it became my only choice. Balance is essential. My time management skills allowed me the opportunity to join many student organizations, step outside my boundaries by trying acting with Aggie Night Live and volunteering with Tiny House Greensboro. I met Jabril Kazan, one of the A&T 4, represented A&T for 2 years as a Thurgood Marshall Scholar, traveled to Scotland, Switzerland, France, and Italy as part of the Global Engineering Leadership Program. And some people say that going to an HBCU wouldn't prepare me to work in a diverse environment, but the pride and the do in Aggie provides us the resources necessary to be successful. In a month, I'll be joining Carrier Corporation's Engineering Rotational Leadership Program. I've met Dr. Juanita Dixon, a mechanical engineering Aggie alum, and now Director of Engineering Productivity and Cost at Carrier. In closing, I would like to say that maintaining our mental health should always be our priority. As we depart from campus after graduation, keep in mind that we should only compete with ourselves. Always remember that today is not our future. It is the gateway of all our possibilities. And now to Dean Robin Koger and Assistant Dean Parrish for the initiation into the Order of the Engineer.
All right, excellent. So as we said on the outset, certainly this is the time to take pictures if you want to do that. This is meant to be a very solemn moment. This is now we're going to enter into our students taking the oath of engineering. But before we do that, let me give you a little bit of context and a little bit of background on what the Order of the Engineer is all about. The Order of the Engineer, to which you will soon belong, is an independent organization. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and a dedication to that profession, which binds us together. You are asked to accept with pride the meaning of the ceremony to which you're about to subscribe. The obligation should be freely given and the responsibility gladly accepted. The order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and the wearing of a stainless steel ring on the little finger of the working hand. The obligation is the formal statement of an engineer's responsibilities to the public and to the profession. It is a creed similar to the oath attributed to Hippocrates that is commonly taken by medical graduates and which sets forth an ethical code. The obligation likewise contains parts of the canon of ethics of major engineering societies. Initiates, as they voluntarily accept it, pledge to uphold the standards and dignity of the engineering profession and to serve humanity by making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. The obligation is a composite of several creeds. It emphasizes the fact that we, as engineers, have certain obligations. It promotes honesty and integrity and recognizes that today's engineers are dependent on their predecessors for their skills. Let's talk about the significance of the ring. The ring, a symbol of pride, prestige, honor, and professionalism among the engineering in the United States, also serves as a reminder to the engineer of our obligation to society. The symbol of your desire to serve the public is the engineer's ring. The ring you will wear on the fifth finger of the working hand will say to all who see it, here is an engineer possessed of a publicly avowed dedication to the profession and the public they serve. It is our symbol. Wear it for all to see. It is a badge of recognition which will become known to all the sign of a learned professional pledged to making the best use of Earth's precious and limited resources. We'll now have Dean Koger, who will now come and administer the oath of the engineer. Dean Koger.
Thank you, Assistant Dean Parrish, and good afternoon, everyone. To our graduates who are taking the oath today, please place your ring on your finger, on your working hand. You see mine. And then if you wouldn't mind standing where you are. And I also need you to think about, candidates for the order. It's an independent movement. The purpose is to foster a feeling of pride and dedication to our professions. Your membership in this order is symbolized by the acceptance of an obligation and wearing of the stainless steel ring on that little finger, as I said, of your working hand. There are no meetings other than the ceremony, and there are no dues. It is with humility and the need for divine guidance that we take this pledge. Raise your right hand and recite with me the obligation of an engineer. And you see it before you, which means I can't see you, but I'm counting on you standing as you read this with me. We're going to do it together rather than you repeating after me. So we're going to do it together. So I ask those who are taking the oath to unmute so that we can do this together. We'll do it at a steady pace. So follow my pace and let's begin. I am an engineer.
I am an engineer.
I am an engineer.
In my profession,
In my profession,
I take deep pride.
I take deep pride.
To it I owe
To it I owe
solemn obligations.
Solemn obligations.
As an engineer,
as an engineer.
I pledge to practice integrity
I pledge to practice integrity
and fair dealing,
and fair dealing,
tolerance and respect,
tolerance and respect,
and to uphold devotion to the standards
and to uphold devotion to the standards
and the dignity of my profession.
and the dignity of my profession.
Conscious always that my skill carries with it
Conscious always that my skill carries with it
the obligation to serve humanity
the obligation to serve humanity
by making the best use
the best use
of the earth's precious wealth.
of the earth's precious wealth.
As an engineer,
As an engineer,
I shall participate
I shall participate
in none but honest enterprises
in none but honest enterprises.
when needed my skill and knowledge
When needed, my skill and knowledge
shall be given without reservation
shall be given without reservation
for the public good.
for the public good.
In the performance of duty
In the performance of duty
and in fidelity to my profession,
and infidelity to my profession,
I shall give my utmost.
I shall give my utmost.
Congratulations, everyone.
Okay, thank you.
So we continue to be so very proud of you all. We can go to the next slide. And at this time, we're going to ask Tamala Ziegler, our Director of Corporate Engagement, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dean. Good afternoon, graduates and families. Congratulations on this milestone. I am Tamara Ziegler, Director of Corporate Engagement for the College of Engineering. As you celebrate your graduation and well-earned success, I'd like to plant a seed for some and reinforce for others the concept and definition of philanthropy. Philanthropy, concern for the welfare of others that is often expressed by the generous donation of money to good causes. Some of you will begin your professional careers, while others will continue your academic paths and enter graduate school. Either way, I will ask that you begin the process of giving back to the institution and college that has poured into you over the past 4 or 5 years. For just a moment, I'd like you to reflect over the financial support you received throughout your undergraduate journey. Many of you received financial aid, some received scholarships or emergency assistance, or even grants as you matriculated through the university. I'd like you to think about what it would have been like for you and for your family to have received full scholarships to A&T. You now have an opportunity to pay it forward and make that happen for the engineers and computer scientists coming behind you. Here's what I'd like to leave you with. You will be contacted by current students and by the Office of Young Alumni. That would be you in about 48 hours, young alum. You'll be asked to give back to North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University. Please don't hang up on these people when they call. Please take the call. When they ask, please start small. Just give regularly. Small amounts given on a regular basis add up and have impact. Some of you will go to work for companies that match your gift dollar for dollar. Use this giving vehicle and begin your journey as a donor to this illustrious university. As always, remember to reach back and bring someone else along with you. You've earned your degree. Now, make it possible for others to earn theirs. Congratulations again, and Aggie pride, everyone.
Thank you, Ms. Ziegler. You know, as you were listening to all of the congratulations that you heard from so many this afternoon, I hope as our students that are about to be graduates, and especially as your families, I hope that you heard how proud we are of all of you. We are going to miss you, and you have made us better by being here. So we're just so glad that you trusted us with your degree, because we are just so glad to have you here. We know it's been a difficult year, a different kind of year, but as you heard, as you were listening to the chair's remarks, you heard how this perseverance that you all demonstrated really does make a difference. Dr. Stanfield and Dr. Parrish reminded you of the importance that you and your education here in the College of Engineering at North Carolina A&T, that you have already been able to hone yourselves as leaders. And that leadership is not a title. You don't need that title to lead, but leadership is indeed about how you influence. And so use your powers of influence for good. Make sure that as others are watching you, and others will always be watching you, whether or not you realize they're watching you or not, make sure that as you lead, as you operate in your next steps and the many roles and roles and progressions that you'll have after that, make sure that you're using the integrity that Dr. Yuan reminded us that is so important, and the ethics that you heard from Dr. Iralu as you move forward. You know also, and you heard as you were listening, Dr. Nicely wished you great colleagues, good decisions, good challenges to follow your passion and to have a good life. And he wished all of that for you, because you're not one-dimensional, you're multiple dimensions, right? And in doing that, that means that you have to make sure you're nurturing all of you. And so make sure you get the right balance, because it is a journey, that this is one step of your journey, but we have such great plans for you. And we already know that we're going to be applauding all of the things that you're going to achieve in the future. So make sure you work through that balance to make sure that you have the fuel to continue to forge forward, forging upwards, and making sure that in those times that you stumble, that you realize that in the midst of growth, there has to be some kind of stumbling. But you already know, and we know, that you have what it takes. You're showing that by what you've done throughout your career here at North Carolina A&T, and certainly with what you'll do in your future. So whenever self-doubt comes in, it's okay, you're only human, but self-doubt it's not the place that you're going to stay. Instead, just do your analysis, as Dr. Iralu mentioned, and figure out what you need to do next and get it done. You have all that you need in order to do that. Dr. Bigdash reminded us that you being here, and being here certainly during the pandemic, is a great testimony to your determination and perseverance, and that so many others are applauding in your successes. Others will always be behind you. And this is indeed, as Dr. Bigdash says, your home. North Carolina A&T is the other part of your family. So always remember, and whenever you're feeling a little uneasy, come back. We'll remind you of who you are and what you're meant to deliver and do, because we are indeed so proud of you. Dr. Gazito said, it's so important that you remember to thank those who have supported you. That is not something that only happens now at commencement. It is something that you want to remember for the rest of your life, because none of us do what we deliver alone. And it always takes that support structure. So what I'm asking you to do is always to try to remember, and it's so often that sometimes you may forget, but those people who support you is because they really do want the best for you. And so do remember to say thank you to them. And so most of all, I think what I want you to, as you listen to Kalfani, you heard his pride at being an Aggie. And he also reminded us that whether or not you know it, when you are part of any organization, you have the ability to make a difference just by being who you are. So ask yourself when you're in a new situation, or if there's someone who's added to a new situation that you're already a part of, are you making something better for that environment? Because that's what you know why it makes a difference personally. So it's on all of our job to make sure we think about that. And Adia said that deciding to come to North Carolina A&T was one of the best decisions of her life. And she talked about her journey and how it was necessary in times for her to step out of her comfort zone. That stepping out of your comfort zone is the best thing to do. You're so sharp, and you know that you're going to always look at the situation to make the best decision that you possibly can with what you know. But even when it makes you nervous, if you have decided that is the best decision by the information that you know, step forward and step forward with confidence. And in doing that, understand that you have what it takes, and you certainly will be able to persevere and succeed in what you're trying to do. It's going to take hard work, but you know that. And it's worth doing the hard work, because if it was so easy, wouldn't you get bored? So we're really so happy that you spent these years with us. We want to congratulate you on all that you've achieved and all that you will achieve. And most of all, again, just remember, this is always part of your home. And we all want the very best for you. And I say that on behalf of the students who aren't graduating this year, and certainly on behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Engineering. We are all congratulating you on all that you achieved, and congratulating your families on the graduates. So we're glad you're here with this ceremony for us today. This is the end of the ceremony. However, we know how important it is for you to see your name as it scrolls across. So we're going to stop talking, but certainly continue to applaud you as we celebrate your achievement of completing your degree, or almost completing it, but definitely celebrating you for this juncture in your career. Congratulations, everybody. we're going to leave the line open for about, 5 to 10 more minutes, just in case you want to talk to each other. But congratulations, everyone. And we're just so glad you were able to spend this afternoon with us. We'll see you on Sunday. Now, if you don't want to talk to each other, that's okay too. But in case you do, if we don't hear anything, we'll close it up early. But if you do want to talk, it's here for you.
Well, Stephen, I saw you taking the oath.